I was in Vienna. The crossings there have this really nice kind of like ticking sound. Like when you can cross the street, they go kind of like, and then when it's getting towards the end of like the crossing time and the lights are going to change, it speeds up, it goes like instead. And I thought it was just like a really nice aspect of the sound of the city. It's like one of these things that's kind of like mundane. It's something that it's just kind of there all the time and you don't really think about it, but it sounded really nice. And I wondered like, what would it be like if you could hear like all of them all at once? And it was like this big kind of spatial thing. And I was walking down the road again and I noticed that the lights were phasing at a different crossing actually. And it kind of reminded me of that. And I thought, well, maybe I could apply like the same kind of idea to the Belisha beacons instead. It's just one of these things that like you see something and you just start having a few ideas and then you just kind of take it and run with it, I guess. So I just recorded like videos of them blinking on and off. And then from that, I was able to kind of like extract the data of like, all right, this is the precise time when it turned on, this is the precise time when it turned off. And then I did a little bit of maths to basically figure out like exactly how long it stays on and off for, and to try and like get these recordings synced up. So it's just synchronized up with the beacons basically. The music lives online. It lives in a web page and it's constantly unfolding and people just kind of tune into it. But also then with the web page, I like the idea of like taking it on tour, moving it around, like recording beacons in other like towns and stuff. Looking at the idea of like a touring exhibition that never actually moves, but it also kind of does move. I find it quite an interesting experience. Like at first, it's almost a bit jarring because it's like a lot of sounds that don't really seem to have a kind of pattern. But then as you kind of like listen to it for a few more minutes, you can hear things starting to come together. And every now and then you just get like a chord that just lasts for like a few beats, or you just hear like a particular rhythm where things have just kind of lined up in the right kind of way. And it's like these little bits of like order just kind of like popping up out of the chaos and then like melting away again. I put it on in the background sometimes while I'm doing other things, and I just like find it like kind of like relaxing. Like, am I an artist or am I just a person who does art? Like there's kind of like a bit of a difference there, I guess. It feels a little bit different. The Belisha Beacons thing is more kind of just about, yeah, like our urban environment and just something that I find really pretty and interesting. And also this idea of like data and representation, like how can we look at the world in a slightly different way? Like what is our relationship to the world and how can we find new ways of like relating to things, I guess. I love that it's this kind of like mundane thing. We stop at zebra crossings all the time, we walk over zebra crossings all the time, and there's this like really interesting bit of life and complexity in them that people don't necessarily know about or don't appreciate. And so turning it into music is like creating a new way to experience this thing. Things can be mundane, but they can also be really beautiful as well.